Namaskar Bandura, and welcome back or welcome to my channel, alainatoday. If you are new here, Amar Nam Alaina, Ami American, Ami India Te Teke, and I like to make videos about my everyday life. So I thought in today's video I would try to do a little Q&A and answer some of the common questions that I have been getting lately. So I have my little handy dandy notebook here with some of the questions, and I have my morning tea here instead of coffee. It's tea. So good. So let's go ahead and get started. So first I thought I'll answer some of the common questions I get basically about me and what I do. So I am from the Midwest or Missouri of America. I have 4 siblings. I am the youngest of 4. I am a twin. I do have a twin sister. I have an older sister, then a brother, then my twin sister, and then it's me. So I am the baby of the family. I do have my master's degree. So some people have been asking what I do. So in undergrad, I got a degree in health sciences with an emphasis in health promotion or public health. And then I got my master's in public health with a concentration or with a focus in health education and promotion. I am also a certified health education specialist, so CHES. And before I moved here to India, I was working as a health educator in a health department in Illinois. I was helping teach health education to middle schoolers and high schoolers, and I was also going out into the community and helping provide health education to the community. So not a lot of people here in India is as familiar with like public health. They might think doctors, nurses. I'm not in that field. My knowledge is more in education, so preventative health. So we try to give the tools necessary to individuals to help prevent themselves from getting sick or having to go to the hospital. There's so much more to it than that, but that's kind of what it is in a nutshell, basically. Basically public is helping a large group of people at a time than one individualized person. And I just absolutely loved my job. Okay, so I have been getting questions about how I met my husband. And I promise you guys, I'm going to give you the full story, but I haven't even been on YouTube for a year. It has not even been a whole year. And I would really love to tell my story with my husband. I think it'll be a lot more fun, and I think you guys would enjoy that a lot better. But as of right now, guys, my husband is just not comfortable in front of the camera. I know I get questions asked all the time to include him more or ask him to be in the video more, and unfortunately he's just not comfortable with it. And I'm not gonna pressure him and make him do something that he doesn't want to do. But as time has gone on, he's getting more used to it, he's adjusting to it. So I know soon in the future he'll be comfortable enough to sit down and help me tell our story together. So it will come, I promise guys, but not in today's video. But I will tell you, we did meet in 2010. So we've actually known each other for 11 years now, almost 11 years. And we met when I was just starting college. But that's it. That's all I'm gonna tell you guys. Don't worry, I promise we'll give you the full story. It's not super amazing, it's very simple, but still, I would really like to share that with my husband, but it will come in the future, guys, no worries. All right, so why did I move to India? Well, when you're in a mixed relationship or intercultural relationship, eventually someone's gonna have to move. And in the time of our lives right now, it was just a lot easier and made more sense for me to move here to India to be with my husband. Yes, I could have stayed back and I could have kept working and saving money, but we've been together for a really long time, and being in a long distance relationship it's very challenging, especially if it's 8-9 years. So after I got, it was always a dream of mine to get my degree and to work a few years. But, in the long run, family is more important to me. And I knew it was time for me to finally move to be with my husband. And so that's ultimately why I moved to India. What do I do? Okay, a lot of people ask me what I do. So to be able to work in India, you have to either have a work visa or you have to have an OCI, also known as an Overseas Citizenship of India. Now, in my field of work, public health, it's very difficult, if not impossible, to get a work visa in that field here in India. It's just not as prevalent here as it is in America. And my OCI, there are a lot of steps into getting an OCI, and you can't just apply for it as soon as you come to the US. There are certain rules that you have to follow. So we are actually in the process of trying to apply for that, but it can take a really long time to get. Okay, it just depends on the situation. So I'm working towards it because yes, I would like to work, but unfortunately until then, I have to wait. But until I get my OCI and I can work here in India, I've been taking the time to learn about the culture, to learn about the food, how to cook food for my husband, exploring the city. Now, unfortunately, when I moved here to India, pretty soon after the COVID hit, so unfortunately, I haven't had a lot of opportunity to explore the city, but we're trying. We're starting to get out there now that things have started to lift and we can start going out. We are definitely taking the opportunity to go out. I'm also trying to learn the language slowly but surely. Language learning is not easy for everyone, and I have a hard time picking up a new language. But I'm trying. That's also something I'm doing. And I'm making YouTube videos. So that's what keeps me busy, basically. And finally, I'm going to answer some of your guys' questions. So a few weeks ago, or a month ago, honestly, I had asked on Instagram, what type of questions would people like me to answer? And so here are some of the questions I wrote down and will answer for you guys now. What was my first reaction after knowing I was going to shift to India? Honestly, joy. I have been with my husband for a long time, and so knowing that, and I was only able to see him a couple of months every year, sometimes not even that long, maybe just a couple of weeks. And so knowing that I was finally going to be able to spend my life with my husband and make memories with him, I was just overjoyed. I was super excited, and I just, I couldn't wait to get here. But then the following question someone asked me, how did I think India would be before I came versus after I've been here for a little bit? So I've actually, since knowing my husband for 11 years, I've been to India a couple of times before actually moving here. So I already knew what to expect, and I already knew I love the food, I love the culture, so I was super excited. But now actually living here for a few years, and actually trying to live my life here, it's a little bit more difficult. There's not as much extracurricular activities that I'm used to than in the US. But I also have to say, I've been here majority of during the pandemic. So, I don't think it's fair for me to say how I feel now, because I don't think I've been able to experience India fully. And so once things start opening up, I think I'll have a better, I can give you a better answer on that later. Okay. But still happy because I'm with my husband. All right, so then I have, how do I adapt to a culture that is completely different from my own? It's difficult. I know if you guys have seen my other videos, I'm always super happy and joyous, and majority of the time it is fun, but it can be very difficult. What makes me do it and what makes it easier for me to adapt to this culture is my husband. I love him so much, and you just have to take the time and the dedication and to try. And it's definitely not easy, and living in a different culture, living in a different country. Visiting is so much different than actually living it and experiencing it full time. And I have moments where I'll miss home and I miss the things that I do back at home. But that's what compromise is all about. And if you are really in love with someone, you are willing to put in that work and to put in that dedication and to put in that compromise to make things work. So you have your up days and your down days, but I think that's life in general, no matter where you are. But it's difficult, and it's a learning process every day. I am always constantly learning, but it's so important to have an open mind and to understand that I don't always know everything, and I probably won't always know everything, and I definitely don't always understand why certain things are done all the time, but I have the respect and the love for the culture and for my husband, and so that's what helps me adapt and adjust and move on. All right, so someone asked, I think I have two more I'm going to answer. What made you start YouTube, and what keeps you motivated to post videos on it? So kind of like I mentioned before, I started YouTube because I really had nothing else to do. And I am not I'm a big procrastinator. I think a lot of people can be. And even though I have all this time on my hands, it's just so easy to get lost in time, get lost on my phone, on the internet, and just not do anything, unfortunately. And I've always been ruled by schedules, and I've been ruled by school and work and always having deadlines. And now with all of that out of the way, it's so much harder to motivate myself because I have no deadlines. I don't necessarily have to do anything at any time because I'm not pressured to do anything. So I thought starting YouTube, I was always nervous, so I wish I started sooner than I did, but I thought YouTube would kind of make me have to be creative and come up with ideas and record and edit, and it's kind of like a job. Make me accountable every week, because I know if I have viewers watching my stuff, you guys expect a video every week. And so I didn't think it would get as big as it has already, so I really appreciate you guys watching my videos and liking my videos. But I really did it for one, the motivation, and kind of like make it like a job for me to do something and be accountable every week. And then also kind of just for fun. I thought, if I'm not here in the future, something happens, I think these will be great memories to look back onto and to see kind of my first experiences living in a new country. And so yeah, that's what motivates me to keep making videos, and that's why I started, just to, as a fun hobby, honestly. Which then leads me to the last question I'm going to answer today. And it is, do you want to become a full-time housemaker and a YouTuber, or do you have other plans as well? Well, guys, I don't know if I'm gonna stick with YouTube long term. Once I get a job, I know it's a lot harder to, work and then also do YouTube on the side. I definitely will hope to, if I get a job, I hope to continue to upload videos. I don't know how often, because currently right now I do at least one video a week. I try to get 2 videos in if I can, but in the future when I'm busier, I may not have all that extra time to upload as much as I do. So I don't want to be a full-time YouTuber and homemaker for the future. This is not like a job career I want to do. I'm just doing it more for fun, guys. And, you know, I think it's just a lot of fun that I have people coming along with me in my journey right now. But yes, I would like to have a job in the future. Now, when I have kids, I would love to be a stay-at-home mom for the first few years of their life. But then maybe in the future, once my kids get older, I'll go back to work again too. So that's kind of it, guys. Those were the questions that I had. If you guys enjoyed this video, then please give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button because it really helps to support my channel. But if you like this, then let me know. And if you want me to make another Q&A video in the future, I would love to. But if you have other questions for me that you would like me to answer, please put them down in the comments below. Or you can follow me over on Instagram and you can ask me there, and then I can compile the questions again and make another Q&A for you guys. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys in my next one.